Nav, that power position now relinquished. Pushes off the flash. Important. Shui's still on one. He's doing everything for his boys. Ultimate just needs to live. Shui has gone down. It's a 1v2 for Ultimate just to extend the play.
Oh, they didn't get it on the bomb.
Right, he planted on the left side. Left side plant. It's been found. Smoke has spread. It is covered by the AWP. Vamos indeed. 2-0. They make light work of Liquid and will meet Na'Vi in that upper bracket for a spot in the Lanxess.
Yeah, coming out of the break and looking hot are Maus. This team showing on Inferno that they have come with clear intent into the new season. The major ended with a loss to Vitality. The new one starts with a win over Liquid. The bane of Shui's existence, his old teammates celebrating with smiles while he still needs to put this Liquid puzzle together. Are Liquid able to find a solution in stage 2? Well, the lower bracket is where they'll find themselves, and a match against FaZe. We've seen that one before.
A great start for Maus here at the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne 2025. I've got Torzy for a few winning words. First of all, let's talk about that Inferno. Just a super hot start. How hard is that to do, particularly when you're coming out of a player break, everybody's kind of getting resituated? Because that was impressive to start off in that way.
Yeah, we were really happy after that start. And I think Cyclone, our coach, he had really good words that I think starting on Inferno after a player break is a really good map, because I think it relies a lot on team play and playing a lot of default rounds, because it's just such a default map, you know, and I think we did that really good, and I think it gives us a good confidence, you know, going into the next games. So yeah, but the T-side could have been a little bit better, so yeah.
And then we move on to Train. Obviously, you weren't able to pick that into the last head-to-head we saw because the Liquid banned it out back at that elimination series at the Austin Major. Tell me about Train, because you guys basically, they were talking about it on their desk, right? Unless you go up against Vitality, you always beat every opponent. Why are you guys so comfortable on this map?
It's a good question. I think our team is really creative and we like to cook on the maps, you know, so we always try to figure out what's the meta on it, and maybe Vitality is a little bit in front of us, but I think we are a really good train team and we understand the map pretty well, you know. So I think it helps us a lot with this. And yeah, I think it's just a good punish pick versus Liquid, because they didn't play it since we beat them, and we felt like if they don't ban it, then it's a good map to punish them. And I think it was a great decision from the coaching staff.
100%. And laying in front of you, the next opponent potentially separating you from the playoffs of IEM Cologne, that's going to be Na'Vi with Makaze in the mix. Have you had any chance to practice, get any reps against them? Are you familiar with Makaze?
No, I didn't practice. We didn't practice versus Na'Vi, if I remember correctly, with Makaze. But I'm excited to play versus them, because in Na'Vi Junior, Coolio was his coach, and he's a good friend of mine. And he talked a lot of nice things about him. So yeah, and I think he also looks like a decent upcoming player. And I think he has a great future in front of him. So I'm excited to play versus him. And yeah, but I think we have a good shot.
Yeah. You feeling confident coming into Cologne?
Yeah, we do. Definitely, yes. After last season, I think we are ready to take the next step.
Confidence is going to be key going forward. Thank you so much, Torzy, for your time. Maus now one win away from the playoffs of IEM Cologne.
One win away after a very clean series over Team Liquid. 13-7 on Inferno, 13-9 on Train. No issues for Maus today. We're joined by Exertion up on the desk. I guess our question for most teams coming into this big event to start off the second season, you've just had the break, so we're always kind of watching for cobwebs for rusty teams, but it looked like you guys were on point already, right out of the gate.
Yeah, I think that we came back to the season pretty good. Obviously, the first days back are always a bit tough in practice, but towards the end of the boot camp, I think we started to start improving actually over last season already, which is super important to do. So yeah, I think today on Train T-side was a bit rough for us, to be honest, but except that, I think we played a solid game today.
How long was your boot camp, if I can ask really quick?
It was 4 practice days we had only. We went for a longer player break.
Cool.
Yeah, it was a long season. I think there's no surprises there. You're one of the few teams that didn't make changes coming into this season. Where do you feel like you guys could improve the most to be able to sort of
Like there's Monacy. There you go, a little nade stockpile.
Yeah. Just keep them coming. Why stop? Second one hits.
It's an awkward death in the downtime. Techno, through the smoke at this B site, just spammed Kixan out of play. His woes continue. So the captain of Falcon's gone. And an advantage here for the Mongols. This is all just posturing as well from the Mongols on this T-sub. Right? They get the kill over towards B. They made a bit of noise down here in middle. They were 3 strong at those long doors. They didn't like what they saw, and so they've changed their mind. That's because Tessez only just reblocked them over at long with 30 seconds left. That's forced a very late change of plan out of the Mongols. And so they're going to try and swap this into a mid to B with only 15 seconds left.
Still Senzu lucky on Cat. They just need these entries or none of this matters. Full blind. Kyosuke lines him up, knocks him down. Double kill while running and gunning, and Senzu is too far away from the play to make any difference. Falcons will do it. On to 6, back-to-back rounds. Barely hanging on in this game. But Kyosuke and Nico keep him in it again. Full blind spraying. And Senzu goes, sorry, 910. I have Kevlar, you know, I saved it. There's nothing I can do here. So 910 walks out middle. Right now, only Monacy watching this from the ramp side. Could jump a pistol over the angle, maybe have the AWP peek it. Rifle trades places. Nico on that rotation. Got to be very careful.
Yeah, has to be really careful. This AWP could find him right now. Nico is just moved out of the... Oh, right back into the danger zone, actually. Thankfully, Senzu on this AWP hasn't gone looking that way yet.
Oh, he's been abandoned.
And now Senzu alone in mid. Kaisuke might just peek him on a close line, and the AWP might not be the gun for the job here. Gonna pluck Nico from the ranks. Oh, ready for the reswing, but leaves it to chance.
Just run.
And now they're gonna try get out B. Kixan, this should be an easy round for him. The Glocks run up, and he's just able to pepper them from afar. Bit of help from Kaisuke as well.
I mean, Josh called his position on the desk. He said he's probably going to be that, you know, B rotation player. Fighting mid, picking the fights he wants, playing off of Nico's utility in that round. So a few swaps in position with CT, Kixan going from the position Kyosuke's in, playing B anchor, which was Mag's position before. So he seems to be getting accommodated. He seems to be getting given spots he wants to play in. It's what the conversation has been from Zonic and from Falcons, right? Helping this young player feel comfortable. I'm not entertaining this yet, but a couple of gun rounds could be all it takes here. 12-7. Mongols with no AWP. And double AWP for Falcons. Hey, whatever it takes to stop Nico AWPing, I'm all for. Nice.
Him Kaisuke, him AWP, Monacy as well in the feed, and so that's both AWPs firing off and finding success. The Mongols instantly in a horrible position in this round.
Round over. You know, you've got to try it, I think, because it's so early.
Also, I mean, the Mongols have been lethal in these clutch situations.
Sure.
Won all of them so far.
It almost forces you into B where you can win the round with the entries, right? If you get 2 kills, maybe for the cost of 1, what are you in? You're in a 2-on-3. That's winnable on this B bomb site, but Kyosuke's here. should be a simple shot. The lurk smoke makes things more complicated. Kixon alongside him. Molly comes in. They're charging through.
Easily done on the first. Kaisuke showing off his proficiency on the big green. Gonna round it out with a third.
He's looked bloody good.
Feeling Monacy's thunder there. His AWP sings.
Monacy 10-14. Keisuke 22-14. Think of all those Deagle 2Ks on lost rounds. None of these felt like they mattered, but now as Falcons start to come back into this matchup, Kaisuke's scoreline looks all the more impressive. Can he continue to close out rounds here for the Falcons? 4 separate them from overtime.
I mean, this match right now is serving as a big reminder of what Kaisuke was brought here to do, why he's been given this much freedom and responsibility as a new player moving into this squad alongside one of the best duos in Counterstrike in Nico and Monacy. He's in this squad to put up big performances, put up big numbers, and be the turning point. 22-14. He's certainly living up to that. 4 rounds in this game now, and money broken for the Mongols.
Mongols are very proficient in these kind of rounds. These quick pops, right? Pistols, low pressure, mid to B split. And again, it's not like Falcons have read this necessarily. There are only 2 players on this side of the map. We're again going to look to this new addition to have to hold strong alongside Kixon. They're burning util in this B bomb site, but Mongols knew this. They were ready for it. They throw in the second volley out middle as now Falcons have to win a 2v5.
Still feels like they're trying this mid to be because of the presence of that second AWP, and Kaisuke traded it out. Him and Kixan on the rifles cleanly deal with that B play.
That has to feel so good for Kixon, knowing you can call that move to crunch the mid players and your teammate comes out with you, drops 3 kills, goes back to the B bomb site. They don't even let Mongols get comfortable. They don't even cross in. This comeback is on. An eco round with an idea behind it just gets destroyed. Mongols can feel it now. No longer 12-4.
Because they don't have to worry about planning for the future, do the Falcons are not afraid of spending this money. Kaisuke dons the double AWP again. Swapped off of it in the last round, knowing that it was going to be pistols. Played the rifle, got 3 with it. Back-to-back triple kills for Kaisuke on different guns. He'll take that AWP back again, firing off. It's also a bit awkward for the Mongols, right? With this like hot swap on and off the AWP, they don't know whose AWP just fired.
Sure.
Was that Monacy or was that Kaisuke? No one really knows.
How to find out.
It's not till his name is in the kill feed that you'll have any idea who's donning this AWP.
I mean, he could have had that kill, but his teammate kind of blocks his angle there. Didn't want to shoot through him on a jiggle. Still, Falcons get out. They have a smoke molly left on this B bomb site. Mongols try and force the reaction by throwing the smokes again, but they might just have to go with it. They've got nothing left.
Oh, and there's Kaisuke dead straight away. Kixan also falls. This time, the B site hold does nothing. Up until now, the Falcons have been able to rely on Kaisuke as the turning point. Here, it's got to be Monacy and Nico with Tessez brought down low, trying to get out through mid. And the Mongols eased into a 5-on-3 post plant. A lot of time off this bomb.
Impossible. 5 on the bomb site. No tunnels flank. It's done.
There's one from Monacy. Ilya trying to make the impossible probable, but he can't find anything. Nico finished off, and the Mongols, after breaking a bit of a sweat there, finally get past their kryptonite. With Kaisuke and Kixan out of the round, the victory is teed up for the Mongols. They're now 1 map away from those playoffs.
I'm coming.
I have rotation, guys.
CT,
one more CT.
One more long, maybe.
And one long, yes.
Long, Maxim. Flashing long.
Flash.
That's a dead. Put up, dead. Last one, short player. Watch it.
City.
City.
I thought it's beep there. City.
I'm planning it.
He's holding mid.
CT, guys.
Secure round.
Half HP. Half HP.
He's going on me, Ilya.
Okay. Could be up elevator, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Flash goes behind 2 times.
He's half HP.
No bullets
Half
anymore.
HP. No bullets. Nice.
Nice.
Look out, guys.
I'm planting.
I have tunnel, guys. I'm hiding car, guys.
I'm playing tower. I have door.
I'm full hiding car,
We're not holding window.
I have tunnel for myself, guys, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they can pick you from window if they go out. They cannot.
One window.
1 minute.
2 around window. Coming window.
One more window
window.
should be. One more window should be.
I have window now as well.
I have door.
Nice. Opposite should be. Opposite.
House,
Nice. Yeah, I'm fighting short,
What
guys.
did they do?
Coming now.
I'm in for short direction, guys.
I'm running
Coming mid
short.
with you.
Ball is short, it's not reaction.
Wait. I have timing. Sound. Under Xbox.
One out B.
Hey, press
Out
Damian.
B.
Flashing over, let's commit Damian. Flashing
One
again over.
Xbox. Nice
Wait
dead.
mid the smoke. Wait mid smoke.
Nice.
I'm coming.
One more tunnel.
Tunnel going
Stick
out.
on me.
Out.
That.
One more.
One more.
2v1.
Ready?
Yes.
Swing here. 3. I'm shifting.
Nice.
Techno, you of course had an incredible end to the first season of 2025, making it to the grand finals of the Austin Major. Can you tell me how much of a confidence boost that was for the team getting that result?
Of course, it's an amazing feeling, and you know that's a grand major grand final, and just by technically at the second best team in the world, but not in the ranking. Yeah, I mean, and it's a very perfect feeling for us. Yeah.
There were some points where some other players on the Mongols had said they maybe felt nerves on stage. Do you feel like those are completely gone now that you've put up that result?
I always say that tournament by tournament, it's getting better, and that nervous and struggles can't be gone suddenly, you know, and it should take time, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It's totally a process. Today, versus Falcons, you get to go up versus Kiyosuke, a name that everybody's talking about. Have you had any practice against Falcons with this lineup?
Not really, but we didn't do any practice in this break, and I think we just played 3 or 4 days before, yeah.
Any thoughts on Kiyosuke and what you've seen from him so far here in Cologne?
By watching his pop demos, of course he's a good player and I have a really good aim, and it would be an interesting match against him.
Very excited to see it go down. Techno, I'm going to give you this pen and you can sign the wall behind you any way you like. Put your signature on it.
Not the start Falcons would have hoped for. The Mongols coming out in Dust 2 and playing significantly better Counterstrike than the Falcons, despite them picking the map. Joss, are you surprised by how well playing Mongols were, or are you a little bit disappointed in the Falcons?
I would say I'm a little bit disappointed in the Falcons, considering it was their map pick.
Yep.
I thought maybe the game plan could have been a little bit better, but then when I was actually processing what they were trying to do, it made sense to me. I think the fact that they lost both pistols made it very difficult, but I thought their T side, what they tried to do was basically do a little bit of misdirection to cause the Mongols to push into different positions so that they'd be ready to punish them. But the first gun round, Tessis loses to Mazinho pushing long. The next gun round, Nico loses that fight in B tunnels, and everything kind of spirals out of control because they're already 7-0 down. That even though they made it look really good coming back, they just lost too many rounds early on.
A bit of a cosmetic comeback. I agree with you. Losing both pistols, not being able to convert in any of those, and basically starting both half on the back foot, that is going to cause some upset, especially when you're looking at an MR12 system. We did see in the second half that they came alive. Kyusuke as well picked up the secondary up. So if you are to find any positive from the Falcons, is it the resilience and the fact that the young new guy didn't seem to be affected by the fact that they were getting owned in this game, but still picked it up and still tried to fight back?
Yeah, I think the CT side in general was pretty good for the side of the Falcons. And, going into CT side of Mirage here, that means that maybe they keep some of that momentum. Maybe they get to shake it off. The Mongols is kind of the Mongols. You get what you're given from them, right? They're going to go and peak. They're going to fight. They're going to be really good. I mean, Blitz winning that 1 versus 4 on that T side to save themselves from getting eco'd. Yeah. You have the Mongols kind of playing the same level every single time, so it's kind of not even worth talking about them in a sense, because it's like they're going to fight and they're good at those shots. But it's on the Falcons right now to keep this momentum from the CT side and at least pick up like one of the pistols or win a clutch. Sure. Like yesterday, m0NESY was winning all the clutches, and today, he just didn't look the same.
We'll get to Mirage. We'll get to the pistols. I just want to stay on the Mongols for a little bit longer, because we did see in Austin as well that they made it that they can play Counterstrike at an incredible high level. And I think it's fair to say, as you also have pointed out, that it stands by the individuals. Whenever they're playing well, whenever they're taking their fights and they're winning them, that's when the Mongols is at their most dangerous path. Techno so far in this tournament has played way above what we normally see from him. I think Sensu has been decent. 9-10 came alive here as well. If we see the Mongols play at this level as they did in Austin as well, would you consider them to be one of the favorites to go into a semi-final, maybe even another grand final?
I think playoffs and getting into semi-finals is not really a question for the Mongols. It seems like they always get there. It's the title contenders that they seem to struggle against the most. So as long as they can dodge those types of teams, the Falcons is supposed to be one of those teams. So if they get to dodge like Vitality, if they get to dodge Mouse, then yeah, we'll see them make it all the way to the semi-finals. But I mean, it's a BO3 for a reason. And right now, they still have this big test to kind of get over. They still have to win. It is their map pick and it's their playground, but still, they still have to get over this first
That's
hurdle.
The thing, because I've been very impressed with the Mongols when it comes to Mirage, the way they approach it, the way they're able to change up the pace, in particular on the T side. I feel like when you're playing against them, they have this explosiveness to them. Again, it comes from the individuals. So if you're Falcons, who are sitting right behind us right now, are you a little bit afraid heading into Mirage, or are you more comfortable given that it's an open map and it's a map where players like m0NESY, players like Nico, players like QSuki, they can express themselves?
Judging by the way that they attempted to play the Dust 2, this is the Falcons that is, they had like an idea, they had the game plan. I think a few different moments didn't go in their favor. So going into Mirage, I feel like they understand how the Mongols is going to play, and they understand that probably middle, especially like towards short, towards connector, is going to be a big area of contention. So if, Kyosuke is in position to just fight this and win those duels and really put the threat of, Senzu or Blitz down, I think that's when we're going to see kind of like not only just like a back and forth a little bit more, but maybe even like a one-sided in the favor of the Falcons.
We established the win condition for Falcons, obviously winning a pistol round, getting off to a decent start. If you look towards the side of the Mongols, for them to edge out this game 2-0, what's a win condition for them?
Well, they're a bit of a double-edged sword, right? So they win by their playstyle and they lose by their playstyle. So it comes down to them just continuing to win the duels that they're given, and then also just make sure that they're winning these clutches. I think that's the biggest thing right now, because when you have players like m0NESY, he wins most of his clutches. If he's not winning his clutches today, or you're, being able to put him down, that's going to be a big thing for you to handle.
And your gut feeling right now, Josh, are we looking at a third potential Ancient, or are we looking at a Mongols 2-0?
Oh boy, I don't know. I'm just going to say it's going to go to Ancient, just because it's CS and it's 2025 and the funniest things happen.
I would love for it to go to Ancient, right? I think Mirage is going to be a map where we're going to see a lot of firepower. One question I have for you before we head into the next map quickly. Do you think Kixon is going to call a fast-paced T-side or a slow-paced T-side, given what he has to work with?
I think they're utilizing Nico's slow-paced play and getting those lurks going, getting them established, and doing a little bit of this back-and-forth play.
That's the cool thing. Every time we see the Falcons, we learn something. It's still early days in their progress. Right now, they're facing backs against the wall, down 0-1 against the Mongols. They have to win Mirage in order to stay alive in this series. We will be back with that map in a short while.
From humble beginnings in Hanover to greatness in Katowice, our journey is our legacy. As we arrive at what we thought was our peak, we instead discover a whole new chapter.
Hi, my name is Kuyosuke. I joined Falcons. The teams I played before, it was only one team. It was Spirit Academy. The coach, Sotvik, teach me everything. I learned from him a lot. I found out about CS, just my older brother showed me, and I was getting better and better every day. My manager in Spirit Academy, he just told me in TeamSpeak Falcons interested in you, and negotiations started. Not a whole position changed. We've been hardworking all the bootcamp. I think everyone in the team enjoyed. I think I'm best at aiming and crosshair placement. I'm trying to improve it. I don't feel like that pressure as people talk. I don't feel that. Yes, of course I'm ready. That's why I'm joining Falcons.
And then in terms of the MP9, you said it's worse. Right? I imagine you're not using the MP9 a lot.
Sometimes.
I actually should look at this.
Sometimes.
How often does Donk use the MP9? I reckon very rare. Get him the AK, let him go. You were using the MP9 a lot though, right?
Yeah.
You're going to go UMP? I've seen a lot more UMPs coming out.
Actually, it was a funny thing. For some reason, I just had... Because UMP is cheaper by $50.
Yes.
It's 1,200 exactly, and the MP9 is 1,250.
Okay.
And then in the second buy round, I got the bonus money, and I have just enough for UMP Kevlar, but not MP9 Kevlar.
Ah.
So like that's also an interesting thing.
Okay. Yeah,
I think the MP9 is I mean in terms of the damage, I think it's going to be the same. Just get used to the recoil. It is worse. And I think if you have the money, definitely will prioritize the FAMAS. I think FAMAS will be the superior, sort of a low buy budget weapon if you have that kind of economy. But I think just have to test a little bit the MP9 because the recoil is tougher.
Okay. You don't strike me as a man using the MP9 too much. I feel like you just go to Eagle, mate.
No, yeah, I mean, I haven't used too much of an MP9, but it was strong. It was super strong, and obviously I started using it more and more, but it is worse now, I could tell. So, but UMP, I was a big fan of UMP before as well, so I think I want to give it a shot for UMP.
Okay.
Because, I don't know, just the Eagle sometimes now in CS2 is...
It's not hidden.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It can be hard.
Because I've seen some, like, obviously Nertz was an MP7 guy. You never see any MP5. MP5's super rare. Like, a couple of players buy it, and I think, are they trolling?
It's just too expensive for what you get.
Yeah, well, it sounds cool. That's about it.
True.
That's about all you get from it. But yeah, I feel like, this change promotes a lot of other cool things, so it's going to be nice to see more of it at Cologne. We've only had 2 days of play here, right? And it's not the top team so far. We're lacking the big names like you guys.
The Mongols are just a map away from guaranteeing a playoffs appearance here in Cologne. That's starting this season off with a bang, looking to replicate how they ended last season, all the way into the major final where they fell at the hands of Vitality. Here they're able to long out the Falcons and Kaisuke as he tops the charts. In this big time matchup, now we go to Mirage. It's the map pick of the Mongols. A home map for this squad. Falcons will have their work cut out for them if they want to lock in a playoff appearance today.
Yeah, Kaisuke 1v9, it felt like on that previous map at times. A 1.61 rating is not a bad showing on Dust 2, but now he's got to do it on Mirage, and this is where we know Mongols do some of their best work. Beating Vitality is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to this team on Mirage. Very comfortable as we enter the T side for the Mongols. A team that look for playoffs, and what an exciting time to see them in the playoffs of an event like Cologne, where we know they can finally do it, Harry, where they've taken that burden off their back. Despite the quality of teams maybe they played until that grand final, mentally, this is a different squad now. They come in confident. Senzu takes that opening kill in the window, and Mongols have an open map. Short or con is available. They could pull back easily here. But Messino's in Palace. Kixon stopped 9-10. Does that change their mind?
Oh, Tess says, here's this fullback. That's the bomb.
Dear.
And he will get it.
Dear, oh dear.
Bomb dropped and away from the Mongols. Now the alarm bells start going off. This is a recovery mission.
Honestly, he needs to come and help. He's started to push in through now. Kicks and stops Techno. They're trying to trap Tesses, but he's got support coming soon. Tesses holding strong in the B apartments. 2, make it 3. And the pistol locked in for the Falcons. Bit of a silly mistake for Blitz, running back up, not realizing the Falcons have pushed in deep. Especially with the amount of room they were getting on the B bomb side. They saw no one when Senzu was wide swinging from short. Blitz finds out the hard way. It will cost Mongols the pistol.
Kaisuke stole the high five that was bound for Tessa's 3K.
Min-maxing.
Come on, Zonic Dog. Let me get some of that. Dap me up.
Senzu 1 deek window. What do we think? Yep, there it is.
Ooh. Switched on as he makes his way out into top mid. He wasn't ready for the presence of a third player swinging through the connector. So this is looking have a nice close for the Falcons. 4 alive. Monacy the only casualty in the round at the hands of that Deeg.
Monacy struggled last map. Didn't really get any like long pops or anything when he had that CTA WP in the second half. Wasn't really part of the comeback, it felt like. But started just as slow as he finished, really. Hoping we get a better game out of Monacy. Falcons need him now.
Yeah, I felt like Kaisuke in the few rounds he had the orb actually got more done.
Well, definitely. They also hit his bomb sites, so...
Dead again first, out in mid.
Such a quick swing for the Mongols. Before the smoke even blooms in window, they are wide out middle, catching Falcons, and they know Kaisuke dropped under.
Yeah, you want the Don comparison. Let's see how Kaisuke does it reeling in this mid control. Gonna try and get out when the smoke's down. He's very, very low. But still in the picture for now. Kaisuke goes back in. Manages to survive a second crossing. Nico not so fortunate. And Kixan dead over in Palace. This is quickly shaping up to be a Mongols round.
I mean, Nico took his teammate's bullet there. Get down, Mr. Maxim. Winning this should be impossible, and yeah, leaning into the save immediately for the Falcons is the right move as Mongols set their sights on A. Nice kill for Mizzino as well. When Kixon gets Molly behind him, he knows he's in a cage. Not allowed to escape, and maybe that's a goal here for Senzu to find these last couple of kills on the way out. Simply done. Nice wall bang. This guy's invincible right now, but there is a timer on his life. They're still coming in. Mongols dedicating every player to hunt. No one even on A. They should find him, right?
There's really nowhere else he can be. Molly in, make sure he's not close on the left, and that really only leaves one spot in the apartments. The Mongols chase him down and don't allow that save to come through.
3 low players, but all survive. Mongols get on the game early. Just a ballsy mid-swing. Falcons not expecting that, that's for sure. Monacy picked out a window back-to-back rounds. Falcons get on the timeouts early this time. A lot of mid spawns here.
I mean, this is a cobbled together investment, but it will feature the Monacy AWP. Marked already about his slow start on Dust 2. Well, has his weapon of choice here on Mirage. The best weapon in the round and one of 3 guns purchased up. You want Monacy. Put that AWP to use. Starts off over towards triple, and the Mongols, they themselves take a pretty patient, slow round here. They're looking for mid control to open up.
I'd also like to find out what they have, what weaponry's in play, bleed out that limited utility. I don't know about the AWP. It's the big surprise. Eco with a rifle as well. Winnable if Mongols storm into this A bomb site.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the kind of ideal setting here for Monacy is he doesn't have to fire this AWP till there's like 30 seconds left right as the Mongols are executing into him. That would be the ideal. Because for now, he still has this element of surprise. The Mongols are coming back, and there's the first kill from this AWP. 45 seconds left. The Mongols are committed to this A play.
There's a lot of players here. Kixon up in Palace. 1D goes really, really far as he spams it. Monacy falls off. They can wallbang him out right now. He tries to escape, catches them with nades. Mongols moving in. Kixon back under balcony. Quick reposition, hot on their heels as he finds Techno. Can't do one more, but his job is done. This Deagle's in the bomb site. Kaiosuke with a round in the palm of his hand, and he crunches it. 2 headshots, clinical as Falcons find their force.
2 players back turn, trigger discipline needed. Great stuff from Kaiosuke. Looks very calm in that moment. And delivers on an unexpected round win here for the Falcons. The Monacy AWP able to open, helped out massively by that Palace push from Kixan. It only strengthened Kaiosuke's position as well. So the Falcons will keep the lead. That's a head-in-the-hand moment for the Mongols, because that was their chance to break Falcons' money, take full control over this map.
And by the time they realize they're going into that AWP, they're already pretty much committed on Ramp and Palace at 40 seconds. They had no choice but to brave the stack. Honestly, it looks like he caught a whiff of a player crossing. So mid-control is conceded by Falcons. Jumping on B is Tasses. But Mongols are in no hurry to go. They burn his smoke. Just a smoke flash left on this CT defense. As the Mongols do look interested in going for a B execute. Gonna have Senzu supporting up short. Late utility into the window. Nico tries to get the info. He catches him with nades out. Still big info. Will Falcons piece this one together? It looks like it. Nico's begun to rotate B.
Here's the pop for the Mongols. Kaiosuke opens up. Nico makes it around as a third piece over towards this B site. And so as Tesses takes the attention away, you're hoping that's where Nico could have picked up the slack. Instead, Blitz will find him on a reload. And the Falcons have to retake this a man down. The Monacy AWP removed back in the market, and Kixan arriving too late up through the catwalk decides not to play.
Hey, they had the stack, they had the info, they had the first kill, and still the Mongols break through. Very impressive shots right when they need to land for Blitz, stopping that AWP from allowing Kixan entry. And the Mongols even saved that AWP as well, so it's not going to get much better than that. 4v5 in the site, all theirs.
Yeah, it's a round you really don't feel very happy about giving away if you're Falcons. You had the right read, 3 strong. You actually win the first 2 fights as well, right? Kaiosuke gets his. Tess has much the same. But from Nico, who fully mag dumped into the apartments.
Ooh.
Even wilder when you think it was Senzu to find Tessers at the bench. That was the one that got away from Nico in mid.
And now just the hero gun saved, so... Hey, Mongols, they were meant to break it in the last round. Instead, they've done it here. Good time to stack this A site, as is often the case. Messino's aware of it. He's not going to push any deeper. They'll come to him. They're still going. The Mongols are out of there. That B split looking enticing right now. Only a USP in the bomb site. Kosuke rotating in with a deagle, but while he's hit some shots, this should be a little bit too far gone.
Oh, well, not a bad way for it to open. Kaisuke deagle connecting onto the head of the Mongols captain, but no one else able to replicate it. The rest of this hold gets chewed through. Here's this very in-demand backstab. The Falcons have been waiting for this for a long time. That push starting all the way through the palace. And Senzu can deal with it cleanly. Wasn't even aware that Kixan crept in up close.
4 kills from Senzu. He's really having a game right now. Very strong opening map on Dust 2. Top performer for his team. Finding high impact to begin this game. 4 playoffs. Quarters or semis, that's up to you later. Right now, Mongols are just trying to lock that spot in and 10 rounds away from it. And this is a very weak buy for the Falcons coming in. Mongols are going to pounce.
Senzu continues his hot streak, will get spammed out, but they return to sender. That's Blitz. Teeing up another round for the Mongols.
Excellent change of pace for the Mongols after doing all these slow rounds, these mid-takes, these B-splits. Falcons feel like this AAA they've been running round after round is wasted. Well, no one's here this time, and Mongols just jump the gun in. Got to retake now, got to do it without a kit.
1 kill from Tessez holds the promise of sending the Falcons back in for this retake. But they lose all their ground past that initial kill, leaving just Monacy in the hot seat.
Okay.
Oh my god, first 2 come in. 9-10, left in this, has to hit this shot. Out of ammo on Monacy, pistol pulled and they'll clash. 4 HP the difference on that round.
Oh, that hurts so much for Monacy. So close, but not to be. No kit, 1 more bullet. AK runs dry, and the Mongols do it. A very risky move to just charge that A bomb site, but read well that we wouldn't have another triple stack 3 rounds in a row for the Falcons. It had enough of it. 9-10 saves it. Falcons back to broke.
Woo! 9-10 starting to feel a bit more comfortable now as well. Takes an early fight on that AWP.
Yeah, Monacy's been having a rough game right now, right? Those early window peaks with Senzu finding him in the first couple of rounds. Losing that clutch when you feel like it doesn't come down to you. It comes down to the ammo in your gun. And now being picked again by the guy who just 1v1'd him. Difficult beginning to the game, and he wasn't really there on Dust 2 either. Can someone from Falcons fill the void? Maybe not on this eco. Now they stack B. Mongols leave options open with Techno and Messino both lurking. And the more active for Messino, the better, because he's about to realize A site is underprotected. This will pull the bomb back. This wins the round. Full stack avoided. To be fair, it's a nice move from Mizzino when you consider how much aggression has happened in the Palace and the CT side. Kixon pushing in, him and Tessez pushing in, the flanks, especially on these low economy rounds. When Mizzino sees nothing even on balcony, that's a big warning sign. That's a red flag. Mongols get the ick on B.
You know, we talk about Monacy having a kind of strugglesome series. Feels like out of the two like bedrock stars on this team, him and Nico. Nico's someone who you're kind of anticipating maybe a bit of a dip in performance from, right? He's had to make some concessions in accommodating Kaisuke in this roster. But for Monacy, you know, still has his same level of owner, still gets to decide his play. He's the one who you really want to have stepping up, especially in an era that's being dominated by these strong rifle and AWP duos. For me, the terrifying comparison is someone like a Shiro in Spirit, who prior to making the roster change and actually bringing Zwei into the squad, they at first tried to reinvent Shiro and his role in the team, giving him a lot more ownership over opening duels, having him be a lot more involved, and he's looking so much better for it. And, you know, you see a player like that kind of reinvent themselves and coming out of their shell. Then you look at Monacy, someone who used to be able to just dominate these games where you never really question the mileage you could get out of him, but in this series the impact just hasn't been there.
An AWP and a spawn. Maybe this could be the round. Might need to be here for Monacy.
And he will have mid fights. Monacy with the spawn. Smoked at the top of middle to allow passage out. The Mongols don't make life easy for this AWP to get going.
They try to set him up, though. I mean, Falcons have a lineup to break the top mid smoke through the window smoke, so the HE lands, but Mongols don't come out middle. They just throw this full volley and then reset to an execute on the A site. Again, this is underprotected. It should start to dawn on Falcons as you see Monacy rotate CT to get in position.
It's another round where he's in the right place with the AWP, right? Set up a ticket. This is the good line for your AWPer.
Oh my.
He gets knocked out straight away. Not a shot fired from the Monacy AWP. It's on these rifles that the Falcons' hopes now hinge upon. And the first man falls. It's Kixan offering up that tipping point kill, putting the Mongols in a 4-on-3 with that bomb down. Good follow-up nade damage, 9-10. A tag down range. Kaisuke is very wounded. And it's a round that Falcons are reluctant to give up, but they're not really given a say in the matter here.
Rough. Surprise. Again, Monacy just doesn't shoot on the flash. You know, sometimes you'll expect a flash to come through and they're a little bit delayed, so you're holding the shot. But man, the way the Mongols are shooting right now, you don't get to hold that shot. You got to take it immediately. He would have had a kill. But Mongols just dome him. They are switched on right now, in playoff form. A contender for this event, no doubt, in the way they've played in these couple of games so far at Cologne. Last season and the ending of it should certainly raise those expectations, but it's nice to see they're proving it here and now in important matches. Have we got anything here for the Falcons? They field a buy around the saved guns. Monacy gets another chance, puts it to use.
Good break on that smoke. Far more active stance in fighting for this mid control. The Falcons have kind of been looking to do that in these last few rounds because the Mongols have started leaving this area dry. It's not fights Falcons have been able to find. Mizzino, even though he kind of stole himself away, prepared for a push there, didn't go into that corner fully believing it. And so Tessez, another aggressive round through the apartments, holds promise.
Yoink.
Blitz with the steal. Pair of golden balls on Blitz as he's gone through and grabbed that bomb back. Will he be ready for Kixan? Surely not.
Who's ready for that?
And so looking to be a flawless round here. Just like on Dust 2, Falcons trying to aim for that split half. They fell shy of that ambition on the previous map. But here it's still obtainable.
Oh, yeah. Every kill matters here for Senzu. But right now it's also survival. And Falcons, I don't think they should risk hunting this gun with their economy not established on this CT side. They only just break through after a 5-round streak from the Mongols. Counter-terrorists win. To take what you can get. Falcons back on the board. Nice opening kill for Monacy. And the bomb drop for Tessez. That split half, or the prospect of it, looming for the Falcons. As Mongols call their first time out of the map.